I would request Dr. Ishita Ganguli Tripathy, Additional Development Commissioner, Ministry of MSME, to kindly address the gathering. A big round of applause for Dr. Ishita Ganguli.
Namaskar, Dr. Deepak Baglaji, Omkareshwar Panditji. I believe Dr. Joshi sir is online, so Namaskar sir. Professor Pandeyji, Shantanu sir, Abhishek Dubeji, His Excellency Ambassador of Mongolia, Mahapatra-ji, all dignitaries on and off stage, organizers and stakeholders. It is indeed my pleasure to be here. The program schedule says that we are talking about the impact of India's G20 presidency, unlocking global impact, exploring the path to future opportunities. So I thought my focus today should be on what all the government has been doing for the MSME sector in the past 1 year during the presidency, India's presidency of G20, and how responsive the policies have been to the demands of the stakeholders. I have 2 slides summarizing what I would like to present to you. So, the Ministry of MSME works together with the Am I audible? Okay. So, the Ministry of MSME works together with the Office of DCMSME, KVIC, that's Khadi and Village Industries, NSIC, Coir Board, NIMSME, that's our research institute, and MBD. All the interventions that have been made in the past 1 year have focused on a holistic approach where access to finance for the MSMEs, access to technology and access to market have been focused upon. So I think that was Neha ji who mentioned about Bharat Mandapam to Vishwa Mandapam. So the focus has actually been on that. And if we talk about MSMEs, we all are aware that in 2020 the definition changed and all the enterprises which have a turnover of less than 250 crore along with investment in plant and machinery less than 50 crore is what defines the MSME sector. The contribution of the MSMEs in terms of GDP, 1/3 of GDP, almost 50% of exports, and second contributor to employment after agriculture, all that is well known. But all the interventions, if we were to categorize the interventions, especially the ones made in the past 1 year, I think they can be put in 7 different buckets. The first one is the coordinated response. Now if you see in brackets I have put RAMP and PM Vishwakarma. Why am I talking about coordinated response? Because after all, enterprises, industry is in the state list. So any intervention has to be made along with the state governments. And the 2 examples that are there are RAMP, where we are working along with the state governments on making strategic investment plans, and PM Vishwakarma, which was launched by Honorable PM on the 17th of September, where the focus is on artisans and craftspeople who work with their hands using basic tools, how to provide a holistic end-to-end support to them. Again, we need to work with the states and we are doing that. Then the next is employment generation. There our scheme, our flagship scheme, PMEGP, everyone is aware of that. Entrepreneurship development. Now if you look at our scheme ESTP, the focus is not just on skill upgradation but also on entrepreneurship. Marketing. Now access to marketing is something that comes up in every stakeholder consultation we have. And for domestic access to domestic markets, we are focusing on procurement and marketing support services. And the emphasis is on how best we can help the micro enterprises. And if you see all these schemes that are mentioned in the brackets, some which have been introduced in the past 1 year, and the others that are mentioned are the ones where guidelines have been changed so that the support that we are providing to the MSME sector, that can be enhanced. Then international cooperation, I see that looks at support to MSMEs which are interested in accessing markets abroad. And then the National SCST Hub, that focuses on market access for enterprises which are owned by SCs or STs. Then the infrastructure, we find that our cluster development approach, that works very well as far as economies of scale are concerned. And then of course the NER, that's a new, it's been revamped recently, and our focus is on all the 8 states of the Northeast, including Sikkim. The new component that has been introduced is the one on tourism, and I'm sure you all will agree that tourism is something that can really be promoted in the Northeast. Then technology, there we talk about the technology centers and the revamped champion scheme. And finally, but not the least important, the access to finance. Please note I'm saying access to finance and not access to credit, because apart from the credit guarantee scheme and the ECLGS, we also have the Self-Reliant India Fund. That's an equity support we provide to MSMEs, where the contribution of the Government of India is in the ratio of 1:4, 1 government and private equity 4. And in the past 2 years, the average equity support that has been provided under Self-Reliant India Fund is actually rupees 13 crore per MSME. Responsive policies, this is my last slide. The policies which have been actually a response to the demands of the stakeholders in the past 1 year. Now, for us, for the Ministry of MSME, Udyam is as good as KYC, which banks accord importance to. If somebody has an Udyam, it's an MSME for us, Udyam certificate. And it's actually not just a recognition for the MSMEs, but it's also something that can be used further. So it's a way of formalizing the informal enterprises. Now, this was a long-standing demand of a lot of stakeholders who said that we are very small, tiny, nano enterprises and we do not have a PAN, but we are definitely enterprises. So on 11th January this year, we've added in Udyam an Udyam Assist platform where enterprises which do not have PAN can also register, and they are a part of the priority sector lending. And if you look at the figures, from 11 January till this morning, 92 lakh informal micro enterprises have already been formalized, of which 72% are owned by women. ECLGS scheme I mentioned earlier that has saved 14.5 lakh MSME accounts in the past 2 years from becoming NPA. Vis-a-vis a target of 25%, the public procurement from micro and small enterprises has actually been 33.3% till yesterday in this financial year. The annual guarantee fees of credit guarantee scheme for micro and small enterprises, that has been reduced by 50% with effect from 1st of April this year. Till this morning, 2.95 crore MSMEs had registered with an employment of 14.8 crore. Trade facilitation, that is something we are working on with DGFT. Zero defect is something we are stressing on for ensuring quality. And under PM Vishwakarma scheme, we have had since the 9th of September till yesterday 9 lakh beneficiaries who registered. That's all from my side. Thank you. Jai Hind.